स्वास्थ्य संबंधी विशेष
Right, Namaskar. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, RKB. And of course, you're watching me on Lemon News. That's right, you're watching me on Lemon News. एक अकेला चैनल जो वास्तविकता में सच के पीछे क्या कहानी है वो आप तक लाने की कोशिश करता है। जी हाँ, ये हमारी कोशिश रहती है ये आपको बताने के लिए कि इसके पीछे वास्तविकता क्या है। जैसे कि कल जो रेल बजट जो प्रेजेंट हुआ उसके ऊपर जो हर जगह से तारीफ आ रही थी, हर एक कोई तारीफ कर रहा था। एक हमारे अकेले प्रोफेसर अय्यर साहब थे जो आज भी हमारे साथ हैं, जिन्होंने कहा कि भाई ये रेल बजट को ज़रा आपको मैग्नीफाइंग ग्लास से देखना पड़ेगा। ओवरऑल बड़ा अच्छा बजट है, लेकिन जिस प्रकार फ्रेट रेट्स भाई साहब ने इंक्रीज किए हैं आदरणीय रेल मंत्री जी ने, उसकी वजह से एक कैस्केडिंग प्राइस राइज होगी ही। यानी सीमेंट की प्राइस बढ़ेगी, यूरिया की प्राइस बढ़ेगी, क्योंकि आपने कैरेज फी यानी फ्रेट आपने बढ़ाया है। इसके ऊपर ज़्यादा डिस्कशन और ज़्यादातर चैनल्स पर नहीं हुआ। अगर डिस्कशन कहीं पर हुआ तो यहीं पर हुआ। इसी प्रकार आदरणीय सम्माननीय श्री अरुण जेटली जी वित्त मंत्री अब आने वाले बजट में क्या करेंगे? What's he going to do as far as the finance bill 2015-2016 is concerned? Please remember, this government has committed to a job producing budget. Will he be able to actually produce jobs? I don't know. I really and truly don't know what kind of magic wand Mr. Jaitley is going to wield tomorrow when he presents the budget. But Mr. Narendra Modi is committed to more jobs. Does he have the money? Will he be able to get the money? And more importantly, does he have the intention of doing so? At the moment with us in the studio, we have, of course, Professor Iyer, and of course, we also have Pradeep with us. And very shortly, we'll be joined by a whole lot of other people who are going to talk about what are the options in front of Mr. Arun Jaitley. Professor Iyer, what are the options in front of Mr. Jaitley?
See, one of the best options he has is what has happened in recent times. One is the 100 gigawatt solar that the Prime Minister has taken as his own project. Now, in that 100 gigawatt, he got a signature of 266 gigawatt. And if you remember, last year also we met on the interim budget, and I had written in my article that the renewable purchase portfolio obligations, if not met, these capacities cannot grow. So one of the things that he can do in the budget is look at RPO obligation. How can the budget impact this? See, banks and financial institutions do not lend to solar at 5 to 7%. They are lending still at 14-15%, and solar projects are unviable. And solar projects are the highest job creation projects in any scope, whether in road building, whether port building, whether any other infrastructure construction. I tell you, solar provides the maximum job opportunity. It provides to rural economy, it provides to urban economy, and there is a great potential. We have generated a white paper and submitted to Prime Minister long time back on this issue. So I feel this is one area.
So, so solar being one small part of the entire spectrum. What I'm going to, the entire budget, the way Modi has been portraying it, the India government, they are most focus is going to be on provision of employment, like making people earn, letting the most poorest of poor till the top industrialist. Everybody need to earn money, and that comes by getting them, awarding them, investing in infrastructure, making infrastructure absolutely good, making opportunities for business, creating opportunities viable for creating an environment widely for business. All this is going to help. Easy availability of finance is the other. Everybody except the top industrialists of the nation today, everybody is dying to get finance for their business. I think in this budget and coming years, we are going to see the Modi government to see that even the most smallest of the entrepreneurs will get the funds and easy availability of finance. So that everybody, ultimately,
I tell you what, one second.
The
Pradeep,
banks are going to lend.
I think we've got Pramod Rao with us, the Managing Director of Zycom. Mr. Pramod Rao, very good evening.
Very, very good evening. How are you guys?
Absolutely fine. This is Rajiv K. Bajaj here, the RKB from the Inside Story. on Lemon News.
Yeah,
Mr.
Rajiv.
Mr. Mr.
Nice
Pramod
talking
Rao.
to you.
It's great having you on the show. Mr. Rao, your thoughts on the budget. What do you expect Mr. Arun Jaitley to do? Considering the lead up to the budget, what do you expect him to do? Mr. Rao.
I think all Indians have a great expectations from the Honorable Finance Minister.
Yes.
Last year when he presented his budget, he didn't have much time,
Yes.
so we excused him. But this time around, he had one full year
Yes.
to do what he wanted to do and plan what he wanted to do.
Yes.
So here are my expectations.
Please go ahead.
Number one is that, while everybody says that the finance minister will present a popular budget, which is fine, it's fine, but I think there has to be some benefits. I'll talk about my industry and my people, because I think earlier the saying was roti, kapda or makan.
Yes.
Now I would say it's roti, kapda, makan or security,
That's right.
right?
Right.
So if it is security, then I'll talk about security. My first demand from the finance minister, my request to the finance minister is
Yes.
that, sir, this country has a huge security issues.
Yes.
Only yesterday the railway minister said that he's going to put 100,000 cameras in women compartments.
That's right. He did.
Excellent. But what about the people who don't travel by trains and also travel by buses and on the streets?
Yes.
So our request was that today when we import our security equipment in the country,
Yes.
we are paying the highest rate of custom duty.
Right.
So our request is that at least bring it down to IT levels, because now security is all on mobile phones and all that stuff.
Gee.
So currently we are paying 30%. Our request was to bring it down to 10%.
No, I have another suggestion. The fact remains, that as far as the security aspect is concerned, Mr. Pramod Rao, today it is one of the biggest concerns of the entire population. Today, considering the security environment in the entire country, it is one of the biggest considerations. I am saying, I'm looking at it the other way. When we started the information technology industry, when IT industry had started way back, when Mr. Pramod Mahajan was the Minister for Information Technology, he had declared a 5-year tax holiday for IT.
Absolutely.
Now, why
Absolutely.
can't we do something like that for security?
Exactly.
Mr. Pramod
And
Rao.
that was in the early 90s.
That's right.
And that was in the early 90s when the IT industry got a
Well,
big
mid 90s when Atal Bihari
Mid-
Vajpayee was in power.
mid-90s.
Gee.
Okay. And we are requesting the government that at least in 2015,
Yes.
do something for the security industry today,
Yes.
because unfortunately today we are paying the highest rate of custom duty.
Right.
And the other sad thing about this business is we Indians are going and importing Chinese equipment.
Yes.
So the government should encourage us to manufacture in the country,
Most important. Absolutely.
right?
Right.
Why should we go and buy from China?
That's
we,
right.
We should make it in India.
That's right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And this other thing I wanted to draw a reference to was
Yes.
a small country like Singapore.
Yes.
A tiny country, they give up to 400% exemption on R&D expenditure.
Yes. Yes.
So why can't a country also follow the same lines? Let companies invest in R&D.
Yes. What is
Make
the
products
do
for-
we get
make
any?
products-
I'm not very clear about this, because as far as I know, earlier we used to get about a 10% exemption on R&D, as far as I remember. What is
Yes.
what is the quantum that we get at the moment?
And same 10% only.
Only 10%.
And that
right.
too it is sector specific. It's not for everybody.
It is pathetic. Isn't that pathetic? I mean, that's pathetic. Let's be very clear. Especially in R&D, where security systems are concerned, because this could also be one of the largest exports from the country. If you start
Absolutely.
manufacturing over here, and if R&D actually gets done. Now, I'm sure all of you within the security industry, I'm reasonably certain all of you must have met the finance minister, must have met, had a series of meetings with various, finance ministry commissions and committees. What was your interaction like with all these people? Mr. Rao?
Well, the meetings all was good. People, they heard, we gave a memorandum, we gave letters.
Yes.
But when the honorable minister goes to the parliament and he speaks on his budget,
Yes.
unfortunately all these things don't come into the limelight, or they're not announced.
Right, but I think this time, Mr. Rao, you can expect a few concessions where
I
security
hope so.
systems are concerned,
I
because
hope so.
as the Prime Minister has outlined himself, especially women's security and the security of the citizens, That is our primary objective for him. And considering the fact that even in Delhi, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has already announced that he's going to be installing about 4 million cameras all over the place. And considering the fact that even in Mumbai, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis has said more or less the same thing. So in any event, they will have to provide you with some incentive. Now, what do you expect? Do you think that kind of incentive is going to come, Mr. Rao?
I personally, I'm sorry, I'm sounding cynical,
Yes.
but I don't expect that to happen
Right? Why is that?
because over the years,
Yes.
I have seen that the government over government does not understand that if they do one simple thing, this whole country can be safe and sound.
Like what?
For example, this was done in the United States and also in China.
Yes.
All they have to do is, if they make an announcement that if you invest
Yes.
X amount of money in home security or your shop security or whatever, the government will give you a tax exemption on that.
Yes.
If they do that, the whole country will go and invest security in their house, in their store, in their office, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
What it means is that the whole burden of the police department will reduce because everybody is now protecting themselves. They're not depending on the police force.
Yes.
So the first level of security is now me and you, people like us, who are taking care of our own security.
Right.
Also in this country, the ratio between an average citizen to the policeman is very low.
Yes.
We are 133 people to a lack of, we are 133 policemen to a lack of people.
That's right.
Whereas the UN standard says 220 to a lack of people.
Yes.
So we are far below, and I don't think, a good idea is to keep increasing the policemen.
Yes.
I think we should take security in our own hands, and if government can give a small concession, which they can say, okay, up to ₹1 lakh or up to 50,000 rupees, if you invest in the security equipment, it's 100% tax exempted, the whole country will become safe.
No, but in any event, as far as you are concerned, I'm reasonably certain your concerns can be addressed even after the budget. It is not as if it's only in the budget. But I am reasonably certain you are in for a surprise because what the information that we are getting in from Delhi, I think the security companies all over the country, especially people like you, you are the head of Zycom, they are in for a very, very pleasant surprise indeed. I'm reasonably certain it's going to happen.
I hope your words come true. It will be like party time for us.
I'm absolutely certain that this is going to happen. It is bound to happen. And when we come back tomorrow to discuss the budget, I'm reasonably certain you'll be a very, very happy man indeed. Mr. Rao, thank you very much.
I'm going to give you a big hug then.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Rao. And thank you so much for
talking to me also.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Right. Thank you so much. And that, of course, Mr. Pramod Rao. Now, I tell you what, guys, the fact remains that everybody is talking only about what? Security, CCTV camera install करना है, security systems install करना है, ना जाने क्या कुछ करना है. But as Mr. Pramod Rao of Zycom pointed out, Pradeep, the fact remains that we've done nothing about it. आखिरकार, where a small little country like Singapore can give you 500% tax exemption on R&D. Here we are still giving 10% and that too in only specific areas. Pradeep.
Exactly, sir. I mean, we have been talking to a lot of people connected with electronic surveillance and security. Nobody seems to be taking security very seriously. And as he said, police comes later. You need to safeguard your house, your society, your company, your corporate. This is what the ultimate. And the most important thing जो उन्होंने कहा as a corporate man, R&D, जो आपने फिर जिक्र किया है, so that is the most important thing. Who is going to invest in R&D if there's only 10% आपको कुछ benefit
और वो भी
मिलता हो?
सिक्योरिटी सिस्टम में नहीं है।
नहीं है।
मैं एक बार फिर आपको बता दूं, सिक्योरिटी सिस्टम्स में अगर आप रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट करते हैं, कोई नई इनोवेशन लेकर के आते हैं, वहां पर आपको कोई रियायत नहीं मिलेगी।
तो
जहां तक आयकर विभाग का प्रश्न है।
तो and everybody talks about innovations, the need for innovations.
Right.
आप जब innovation को promote ही नहीं कर रहे हो,
Correct.
आप innovation में कुछ जो लोग चाहते भी हैं innovate करने के लिए, उसको आप कुछ benefits नहीं देते हो. There's nothing for them to do it. Why will anybody go for innovation?
So you go for the easiest way out,
Yes.
as Professor Iyer would bear me out.
Yes.
You go for the easiest way out.
Easiest
So
way.
you start buying things from China.
China.
Professor
And that is
Iyer.
exactly what is happening.
I'm very clear.
जी बताएं.
You will be remembering that I had actually opposed this Chinese import in the power sector as well.
Yes, you did.
And everywhere this Chinese thing is just killing the Indian industry.
Gee.
Because they get a working capital loan at 3.5% in China.
Yes.
They get manufacturing subsidies to dump their goods.
Yes.
And India, a country, whenever it fights this and anti-dumping duty is applied, they take us to the WTO.
Yes.
And we are in this quagmire for the last 2 years, I tell you. 2 to 3 years. And we have fought in WTO. Now the time comes that we call a spade. And I don't call it anti-dumping duty. I have a very good solution which I gave in solar, which I give here also, which is called domestic content requirement mandatory for security systems. Reserve 50% of securitization systems for Indian companies or India, make in India model. So that they cannot take us to WTO, because this is minimum the government will do, because its budget cannot go to other countries.
Yes.
And I will tell you one more thing. I was wanting to talk to my ZACOM friend, but we didn't get a chance. Asset securitization.
Yes.
Today, if we get another attack, which is being planned many times, only we are evading it. That is like the Mumbai 9/11 attack जो हुआ है. So same kind of thing if it happens, I tell you, our nuclear power plants in Tarapur are under trouble. Our nuclear power plant in Kaiga.
जनाब सिर्फ न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट्स की बात कर रहे हैं. आज की तारीख में भाखड़ा नंगल डैम हो गया.
बिल्कुल.
आपके जितने अलग अलग कोयना डैम
सारे
हो गया,
assets.
आपके जितने बड़े बड़े एसेट हैं, वहां पर हर जगह पे दुश्मन की नजरें उस पर हैं. भले हम कुछ भी कहें, और यहाँ पर मैं कोई पैनिक क्रिएट करने की कोशिश नहीं कर रहा हूँ. ये इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट है, खुफिया एजेंसी की रिपोर्ट्स हैं कि भाई यू हैव टू बी एब्सोल्युटली, इसका यहाँ पर आपको सतर्क रहना है. लेकिन आज की तारीख में क्या हुआ है कि सारा फोकस जो है, फोकस किस बात पे है, वो निर्भया कांड के बाद फोकस इस बात पर हो गया कि किस प्रकार महिलाओं के खिलाफ इतने ज्यादा जुल्म हो रहे हैं, इतने ज्यादा गुनाह हो रहे हैं कि उनकी प्रोटेक्शन के लिए, महिलाओं की प्रोटेक्शन के लिए आपको कुछ ना कुछ करना है. सो व्हाट इज द सॉल्यूशन यू हैव कम आउट विद? यू हैव कम आउट विद सीसीटीवी कैमरास. आई एम रीजनेबली सर्टेन देयर मस्ट बी सम अदर सॉल्यूशंस आल्सो, बट एट लीस्ट लेट अस हैव सीसीटीवी कैमरास.
Yeah, for sure.
नंबर 2, द अदर थिंग व्हिच इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, अगर आप आज की तारीख में मान लीजिए मुंबई शहर है, दिल्ली शहर है, प्रदीप जी और प्रोफेसर अय्यर साहब, मैं चाहूंगा कि आप लोग इस पर रिएक्ट करें कि भाई जनाब आपने मान लीजिए 40 लाख कैमरे लगा दिए. अब उन 40 लाख कैमरे में जो फीड आ रही है उसको मॉनिटर कौन करेगा? नंबर 1, इट इज नॉट अ ह्यूमन प्रॉब्लम. वहां उसके लिए आपको एक स्पेशल एल्गोरिथम बनानी पड़ेगी. मतलब कि यू हैव टू हैव अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर टू कम आउट विद एन एल्गोरिथम व्हिच विल एक्चुअली डिटेक्ट where something is going wrong.
Exactly.
That is the most important point. So which means it's a marriage of IT along with security systems. So IT married with security systems, you have to give them more incentive. You have to incentivize them. If Singapore can give 500% tax exemption on R&D, why can't we do the same? Pradeep.
Sir, nobody's bothered. I'll tell you a small example of BMC. I think most of these people who are into security systems, they wanted to install, I mean, BMC Best wanted to install a camera, CCTV cameras in every bus.
Yes.
And what are the incentives they're getting? They're saying, we are going to give you space. Maintenance आपको करना पड़ेगा, आप कैमरा फिट करो, आप स्पेस लेके जाओ. That is not a motivation for
What
any of
space?
these companies.
By space you mean what?
The BST spaces on the, you can, he said, you
मतलब आप advertise
advertising
It's
कर दो
like a
और
barter.
returns free. I mean, there's nothing, as you said, unless इनको कुछ benefit मिले.
जी.
You talk about Make in India. First time at least somebody is talking about Make in India.
Right.
yeah.
First time somebody is talking. Now, hopefully in this budget, Make in India को implement करने के लिए कुछ ना कुछ policies बनाएंगे. जैसे उन्होंने कहा कि हम we have become the shopkeepers of the world.
Yeah.
Because we have become the shopkeepers of the world because we are not investing in innovations. We are not investing in research, R&D, and we are
only
not.
the retail store.
We are retail store of the world. पूरे वर्ल्ड के सामान बेचना हमारा काम हो गया है. हमारे पास कोई इनोवेशन नहीं, कोई R&D नहीं है. The first time, hopefully, Modi after saying Make in India campaign, the pitch, hopefully policies like you say 400% जो उनको सेविंग्स मिलेगा या कोई 500% का जो बेनिफिट्स मिलेगा, ऐसे चीज आएंगे तो शायद
सबसे बड़ी बात
we
ये
can
है,
be
what
world
makes
beaters.
America great today? Let's talk about what makes America great today. It is the innovations happening in the garage. Let's be very clear.
Exactly, sir.
All the big companies, whether it was Google,
Yes.
whether it is Microsoft, whether it is Dell, all the big companies which control the world today, they all started in the backyard, in the garage. Now, that's the kind of thing that must be encouraged. At the moment, we've got our old friend, Professor Hari Bhakti, back with us. Professor Hari Bhakti, very good evening.
Good evening.
Rajiv Bajaj here again, sir. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you. Thank you. बोलिए.
जनाब, रेल बजट तो आपने देखा,
देख लिया.
और रेल बजट के बाद आज आपने प्रधानमंत्री का भाषण भी सुना होगा पार्लियामेंट में.
Fantastic भाषण था.
For the first time after a long time, I must make a confession here. After about 6 months, I have seen the Prime Minister reconnect again with the people. For the
Completely.
After a long time, he's back.
Completely.
Which means Mr. Modi is back. Now,
He is-
are we going to be back tomorrow as a country?
100%.
Right.
आपने सर्वे में देखा होगा
जी
कि हर एक मैक्रो ठीक है, हर एक माइक्रो ठीक है.
जी
और जो भी ग्रोथ मैंने आपको कल बताया था,
जी
उससे कुछ ज्यादा ही दिख रहा है कि 8.1% ग्रोथ होगा और 4.1% फिस्कल डेफिसिट रहेगा.
जी
तो ये माहौल में जो लो इन्फ्लेशन और हाई ग्रोथ का मौसम बनेगा, that will be the best thing for India.
Too good to be true. Do you think it's really going to happen? I think it's too good to be true, Professor Hari Bhakti.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But do you think it's really going to happen? Because I'll
No,
tell you what.
absolutely.
No, wait a minute. Wait.
Absolutely.
Sir, wait a minute. एक छोटी सी चीज मैं आपके सामने रखना चाहता हूँ. I'm sorry for sounding like a wet blanket. I'm sorry for, sounding like the Grinch at a Christmas party. The fact remains, अगर आप पिछले साल का फैक्ट्री आउटपुट देखें, पिछले बरस का फैक्ट्री आउटपुट देखें, that was 3.6%. From 3.6% it has come down to 1.9%. तो सर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग तो कम हुई है. आप मुझे बताएं कि Mr. Jaitley's job would be to give a big quantum jump to manufacturing, sir.
Well, you see, the point is we are misunderstanding the rebasing and the inflation deflator. ये दोनों बात इकोनॉमिक सर्वे में साफ दिखाई दे रही है कि दो चीज हुई है कि हमने एक तो हमारा जीडीपी ग्रोथ कैलकुलेशन का बेस चेंज कर दिया है और दूसरा जो इन्फ्लेशन था 2 साल पहले जो बेस ईयर हो गया है वो आज से कई गुना ज्यादा था. तो जो हमारी नॉमिनल जीडीपी बनती है उसको अभी बढ़ा के दिखाना पड़ेगा ना. वो तो नेचुरल कॉन्सिक्वेंस है क्योंकि पहले क्या होता था कि नॉमिनल जीडीपी जो था उसको डिफ्लेट करके रियल जीडीपी बताया जाता था. अब हमारा रियल जीडीपी नॉमिनल जीडीपी से ज्यादा है क्योंकि बेस चेंज हो गया और इन्फ्लेशन गिर गया.
तो बेस ईयर अभी 2011 कर दिया ना सर.
हाँ,
अभी बेस ईयर 2011 कर दिया है. चलिए मुझे उससे कोई आपत्ति नहीं है. All that I'm trying to say over here is that in real terms, if we have real growth, if we genuinely have actual manufacturing factory output going up, then we are on. Let's be very clear.
No, you're absolutely right. I think we have a lot to do. The challenges of Make in India or to serve from India are pretty immense, and that is all recognized.
Right.
In the survey.
No, Professor Hari Bhakti, the challenge is going to be how do you combat China? Because at the moment the safest, the easiest route is to go and buy from China. That's it. How do you combat that?
You don't combat that. See, the whole world combated it for you.
Right.
Because चाइना में कॉस्ट इन्फ्लेशन इतना ज्यादा बढ़ गया कि वो हमारे लेवल पे पहुंच गए हैं मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट में और डिमांड सब यहाँ है. तो फिर हम यहाँ बना के यहीं खर्चा करेंगे तो हमारे ही फायदे में रहेगा. कोई चाइना से इंपोर्ट नहीं करेगा.
But Professor Hari Bhakti, that's a long-term solution.
Not a short-term solution. No, next year you will see all this happening.
Wonderful.
It's not long-term.
All right. So 1, 2, and 3, in your opinion, what are the 3 or 4 things that Mr. Jaitley must do according to you?
He must give us a clarity on what is the rate going to be on GST.
Yes.
He must give us clarity on how much disinvestment will fetch.
Yes.
He must give us the clarity on how the subsidy benefits will reach the actual user.
Right.
And therefore, we should see a very, very good reformation in the fiscal climate. Right. And we should see low inflation with high growth. He has to show that to us.
Right, that's exactly what you said in the beginning. I hope you're right. So we'll talk to you after the finance bill has been presented, and hopefully Mr. Arun Jaitley will wave his magic wand, as you say he will. And really and truly speaking, we'll see an economic miracle over here. I hope it happens.
I think so.
But one final word from you. One final word.
Tell me.
Do you think it's going to be a job creation budget, or is it going to be just a capital-intensive budget?
It is going to be a budget which will create opportunity for the whole country.
Right.
Whether you are in a job or you're an entrepreneur or you are in service activity, for all of us there will be more opportunity. That is what this budget
But will it create more jobs?
Of course it will.
Right.
That is a natural consequence. Jab growth hota hai to jobs to hongi. It won't be the same ratio.
Yes.
But then there will be entrepreneurs. So it will be compensated.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Hari Bhakti. Thank you very much. Great pleasure talking to you. We'll be back with you tomorrow again. Thank you so much. Right. Right, Professor Saab. आप बताएं.
I think, I have a point here. First of all,
I think you got several points.
no, but one major point.
Yes.
You need to have a balanced growth budget. In a situation where the fuel prices in the world have gone down,
Yes.
you are in full advantage right now. You put the Make in India in the front. The initial plan, I am not looking at last 3 months of abject, I would say, inactivity, only announcements. But I would say when Modi ji started in May and up to, let's say, May, June, I would say, and even July, situation was very good. And it was the July budget, which I criticized last time, was an opportunity. But then everybody wants to give Jetli Sahab a time, ki bhaiya next time hum karenge. So I feel you need a balanced budget now. Now you have no choice to just please everybody and all. Don't please everybody
I
and
don't
all.
think he needs to. Let's be
Yeah,
very
he
clear.
should
He's
not.
been- He's been there
He
for
should
5
not.
years.
He should not.
Professor
He should
Saab,
not.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll let you continue. But one small point that I'm trying to make over here is what Professor Iyer is saying, and Professor Iyer, you continue after this. All that I'm trying to say is, and at the moment, there are no elections coming up. Let's be very clear. So he does not really need to please anybody. He just needs to have a budget, as Professor Hari Bhakti said, to provide India with a huge window of opportunity for high growth, low inflation, so that by the time we come around to next year, the actual growth rate should be somewhere around 9 to 10%. Professor Iyer.
Now, I have a problem. See, the last budget also was in the UPA mold.
Yes.
Because the unplanned expenditure was almost 60 to 70%. And the planned expenditure was much less. So this is one area. The second is, if you see, very clearly paying interest, then to the financial institutions, spending and purchasing of armaments, deployment of armed forces, all this together formed 61.7% of the budget. So there was no scope for providing developmental objectives, giving incentive to manufacturing, and low interest rate driven financing. Now
No, but
this
over here, Professor Saab, over here, I think Arun Jaitley is in the unique position where for the first time, crude oil is at $60 a barrel.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's the whole point. So
I
he's
agree
got
with
this
you.
huge opportunity, Pradeep, where he can actually do whatever is actually required to kickstart the economy. Pradeep.
So if you see the entire vision of the entire cabinet and the government is creating a good business atmosphere for everybody to thrive.
Right.
They are talking about every segment of the population will earn, the will to earn, they are going to earn, creating opportunities for everybody to earn. Once your vision is clear, I think everything, the end to policy paralysis that was affecting the government from 2009 onwards, you got end to this kind of inefficient bureaucracy that was not functioning at all, you got end to corruption, you're talking about productive expenditure, basically thrusting only on infrastructure and all these kind of activities that is going to spiral development across the nation, and everybody is viewing the entire thing with absolute optimism and great hope, right from the poorest of
लेकिन
poor
यहाँ पर प्रदीप जी, एक
to
और
the
चीज़
top
है।
industrialist,
एक और चीज़
creating
है, आप दोनों के सामने ये बात रखना चाह रहा हूं मैं, आप दोनों के सामने रखना चाह रहा हूं, आप दोनों के दोनों जो हैं बड़े टेक्नोक्रेट किस्म के लोग हैं दोनों। मैं आपके सामने ये बात रखना चाह रहा हूं कि जहां तक के ग्रामीण भारत का सवाल है, रूरल इंडिया का सवाल है, मेरा ये मानना है कि आज की तारीख में अगर भारत देश में इफ वी मेड इन इंडिया एक तरफ है, लेकिन साथ में ग्रो इन इंडिया भी होना चाहिए।
बिल्कुल
अगर
सही।
दोनों चीजों का आप समन्वय करें, दोनों चीजों को अगर आप ज्वाइन करें, तो ही जाकर के हिंदुस्तान में वास्तविक डेवलपमेंट होगी। प्रोफेसर अय्यर साहब।
100% you have hit the bullseye, because this is exactly what the argument I made in Delhi just 1 month back. Make in India, but also the same idea.
Grow in India.
That grow in India, and I called it a different thing. I said, while we make in India pitch we make, but also we should ensure that make for India. That is what I said, make for India. And people did not understand that. People, what they say, if you make for India, then you will try to discourage investments in the country. It is very wrong, because in a self-sufficient economy, why we were insulated during Vajpayee's time, we must understand, during a nuclear hiatus, because America put a sanction on us for 6 months. Only reason is 80% of India's economy was intrinsically driven even then.
Yes.
Our situation has not changed on that ground. While China will bombard its products into India, Indian manufacturing is growing.
No, but I'm not just talking about manufacturing. I'm talking about the agricultural sector.
Even agriculture.
The agricultural
No,
sector.
no,
You have to.
I'm,
have a situation of
I'm
growth
coming.
India.
I'm coming to that.
Gee.
See, I tell you, there is an idea called power tiller. Now, when a farmer has to till the field, he is not going to buy the tractor now. Poor farmers are buying 1.5 lakhs the power tiller.
Yes.
Now, this power tiller equipment is not made by any Indian company. I'll name it. Greaves is importing from the same Chinese manufacturer. And in Mumbai, there is a major Kirloskar dealer who is known to me. It is Vijay Fire Power Tillers. It is made as, it is shown as Vijay Power Tillers, but Vijay Engineering does not make anything. It imports the power tiller into India, puts the stamp, does the validation, sells to India. This is the type of stuff we should not allow. We should get into the system manufacturing of power tiller in India for the farm sector.
प्रदीप जी आप बताएं.
So
ये
look
example
at, as you said, 70 to 80% of the entire economy depends on agriculture here,
Ji.
and 70 to 80% of the people also involved in agriculture.
Ji.
Unlike in US, it's less than 10% providing food for the entire US and to
the
the world,
world.
and to the world also.
Yes.
So they're two different things here. And look at the aggression, the temperament, and the sincerity of the Prime Minister, as you said, when he answered the people or talked to the people on Lok Sabha, in the Lok Sabha today. Absolute. The sincerity was abundance. It was just pouring out. The
So what
temperament
does that
and
mean?
the aggression.
No. What does that mean? Does that mean? Is that an indicator of the things to come?
Exactly.
Which means,
Exactly.
I'm really enthused by it. Which means that the budget which is going to be presented tomorrow, यानी कल जो बजट आने वाला है, उसमें ग्रामीण क्षेत्र के लिए भी बहुत कुछ
बिल्कुल.
होगा. कहने का मतलब
It
ये
has
है.
to be there.
Exactly.
It
Now
has
look
to
at
be
what, as he said, look at what he said. He said, ये देश गरीबों का देश है और हमारा प्राथमिकता उनकी तरफ होगा. This is the, or his act, and defending the Land Acquisition Act, he said, this is for the poor. And if anybody has anything to add, I am ready to listen
No,
and
he said
respond.
that if you can point out anything to me
Yes.
which is anti-farmer
Yes.
in this Land Acquisition Act, I am ready to change it. That's what he
Exactly.
said.
You need a change, sir. You
Now-
need,
now
you need.
that-
As we
that-
were talking about land acquisition, the need for land acquisition, and to the end of the people who were acting as the dalals of the poor, wanting the poor to be poor. As you said, from 1982, continuously farmers have been dying.
अरे,
Successive
you
years.
you have a series of people. Let's be very clear, Professor Iyer, I'm coming to you. प्रदीप जी आप बिल्कुल दुरुस्त फरमा रहे हैं. यहाँ पर ना जाने कितने ऐसे लोग हैं जिनका काम ही ये है, मुर्दों की कमाई खाना उनका काम
बस,
है.
अगर-
सिंपल बात है. नंबर एक. नंबर दो, there are a hell of a lot of people, I'm so sorry for using this word, a lot of people who would like our tribals, our Adivasis to
Remain where they are.
To remain as if they are in a zoo.
Yes.
To remain as if they are animals in a zoo. Let's be very clear. That's exactly what these people are doing. As if they are only subjects for anthropological study.
Exactly,
मेरा
sir.
ये कहना है, आज प्रोफेसर अय्यर साहब आप हैं, प्रदीप नंबियार जी आप हैं और मैं हूं. हमारे बच्चे अगर अच्छे स्कूलों में जाते हैं, अच्छे कॉलेजेस में जाते हैं, अच्छी गाड़ियां हम लोग ड्राइव करते हैं, तो आदिवासियों के बच्चों को ये सुविधा उपलब्ध क्यों नहीं होनी चाहिए? हम कौन होते हैं ये बोलने वाले?
Exactly.
क्योंकि वो वनवासी है, वो हमेशा वन में ही रहेगा, जंगल में ही रहेगा. कौन होते हैं हम ये बोलने वाले?
Exactly.
That's the whole point.
सर अगर आपको इसमें टोटली लोगों के बेनिफिट करना, गरीब से गरीब लोगों के बेनिफिट, सजेशन दे दो ना. 4 मार्केट प्राइस 4 टाइम से आप बोलो 6 बार चाहिए, बट
अरे
इंडल्ज इन
10
द डिबेट.
10 गुना दीजिए.
10 गुना दीजिए. आप ये कैसे कह सकते हैं ये करना ही नहीं चाहिए, ये होना भी नहीं चाहिए. इट इज टोटली एंटी पुअर, एंटी फार्मर, एंटी. कितने लोग और वही लोग कंप्लेन कर रहे हैं कि लोग मर रहे हैं.
लेकिन but the obverse side over here, Professor Iyer, I would like you to react to this. But
Yes.
there is an obverse side to it. What is the obverse side? महाराष्ट्र की अगर हम लोग महाराष्ट्र का उदाहरण लें, महाराष्ट्र का अगर हम लोग उदाहरण लें प्रदीप जी, प्रोफेसर अय्यर जी, के महाराष्ट्र में इरिगेशन के लिए millions of hectares was acquired by the
बिल्कुल.
government of Maharashtra.
बिल्कुल.
And what happened? All that the farmers got was what Ajit Dada Pawar offered to give to them.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
मेरा ये कहना है ऐसा भी प्रोजेक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल
प्रोफेसर
नहीं.
अय्यर साहब.
अभी मैं आपको इसी में बताता हूं. महाराष्ट्र इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर्स ऑफ जत्रोफा, एंड आई टेल यू दिस जत्रोफा इज वन ऑफ द ऑल्टरनेटिव क्रॉप्स वेयर बायोडीजल इज मेड.
Right. I'll
Now-
come to you. One second.
No, no, no.
We've got
Yeah,
our old
okay.
friend Arun Kejriwal with us. Arun ji, namaskar.
Namaskar, Rajiv.
Lovely speech. I thought a very inspiring speech from the Prime Minister today in the Lok Sabha. Is that an indicator of the things to come? Arun?
Absolutely. If you see yesterday's railway budget,
Ji.
also had similar things.
Oh yes,
For
brilliant
the-
railway budget. I love the railway budget. So does Professor Iyer. Ji बताएं.
For the first time, I think in the last 10 or 15 years, no new train to the constituency of the of the railway minister
That's
was
right.
announced.
That's because
That
that is because he doesn't have a constituency.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But
Right.
but at least he has been a politician earlier.
Yes.
So the fact that he is not announcing new trains and he says, I want to complete those that have been announced but not done in the last 3 years is an indication.
Right.
Second, people were saying, where will the money come from?
Yes.
I don't know whether you are aware, Rajiv, that advertising on one local train in Mumbai for a month costs 10 lakhs of rupees.
Yes, it does.
Now, if you extrapolate it to the national trains and imagine what kind of advertising revenue we can get.
But Arun, on that, at the moment with us, we've got Arun Kejriwal. Not only that, you've got about 11 to 12 lakh crores worth of railway land which is encroached all over the country. If you free even 10% of it, you will get about 2 lakh crores anyway. Arun.
I'm not going into issues which can have litigation. I am saying
Right.
just advertising on railways.
Yes.
I am saying giving railways platforms for advertising. We have all seen in Mumbai what beautification has done to Bandra railway station.
Yes.
And the railway is making money out of it. It's not being done free.
Yes.
If we extend this, that 1 lakh crores per annum for the next 5 years is, I think, peanuts.
Yes, absolutely. And not only that, it's the easiest thing in the world to issue railway bonds. Anything can be done. I mean, as far as money is concerned, I don't think money is a problem. But tomorrow, considering what the Prime Minister has said, what do you expect Mr. Jaitley to do?
I think we are going to have a budget that is not oriented to be populist,
Yes.
but that is oriented to creating the pet theme of the NDA government, make in India, create jobs by making in India, and improving the infrastructure. So for all of this, the one underlying principle that is required is capital investment.
And rural India, most importantly.
Absolutely.
I think this budget tomorrow, apart from Make in India, will have a huge component for the rural segment. I think we could get that from the Prime Minister's speech today. Arun.
Absolutely, I fully agree with you. And let's understand, we have the people, we have the know-how, we have the technology.
Yes.
We have the, we only now need the willpower to do it.
Arun, one other thing, I'd like to put this to you, because what I'm getting from, our sources in Delhi, from my sources in Delhi, and I've been talking about this now for the last 3 months, is that Make in India to hai hi. Tomorrow, I think the theme will also be Grow in India. It's going to happen. You watch in some form or the other, Mr. Arun Jaitley is going to be talking about that. Arun.
Well, if it happens, we will eliminate the issue which is being raised about the land and proper compensation.
Right.
Because if somebody has an opportunity to make money,
Yes.
and he doesn't want to sell his land
Yes.
because he's making money and he is happy about it,
Right.
I'm sure the issue will get resolved automatically.
Absolutely. Right, Arun, thank you very much for talking to us. And since you expect a good budget, I expect a good budget. I hope Mr. Arun Jaitley does not let us down. I hope he scores a century, doesn't get out for a duck. Arun, talk to you again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Right, Professor, you were saying something.
I am continuing on the Jatrofa issue in the
Yes.
farm sector, the Grow in India model.
Yes.
Now, Jatrofa biodiesel was going to revolutionize India's, power sector and the rural sector, especially rural and also
Right.
automotive. Now, what happened in Maharashtra is a great example. The sugar lobby, and unfortunately controlled by our friends like Sharad Pawar, they ensured that the Jatrofa which would go and which will grow on barren land was not allowed to grow. It was very complex because these Jatrofa farmers would suddenly get more money than the sugar farmers.
Yes.
And simply they were blocked. Resultant that today we are the highest importer of biodiesel in the world, when India should be the highest exporter of biodiesel in the world. So I want the Prime Minister to bring biodiesel back because that will empower the rural economy.
You think, Pradeep, that's going to happen? You think that's going to happen with Mr. Mukesh Ambani there, with Mr. Shashi Ruya there? You think that's going to happen with Gazprom already in the country? Do you think that's going to happen? It's going to be a very, very big ask. Pradeep.
Sir, if you look at all the people who we've been talking to, everybody is absolutely bullish about what is going to happen tomorrow. Everybody is absolutely bullish about this economy going in that particular direction northwards. Everybody is enthusiastic about it. Everybody is
So I hope,
absolutely sure.
I hope, just like we used to expect Sachin Tendulkar to go out and score a century each time he used to go on the pitch, I hope we're not going to be let down.
From 2009, there has been no century, sir. We have been getting out on ducks and minus ducks. So the first time everybody sees an opportunity where you can score a century. And why not? Because they have been waiting from nearly 5 years for something really to happen. The leaders going to deliver. The leaders going to make a policy for everybody to earn. The leaders going to create employment, create jobs, create business opportunities. And they see in this budget that things are going to come. That's the end. And the first thing, the things that affected us earlier, including retrospective taxation where industries was concerned,
Yes.
where business was concerned, all these things are probably in the backyard now. No, everybody believes that the government will not go back on its policies. Where industrialists are concerned, what is the harm if Mukesh Ambani, Adani or everybody goes to rural areas, acquire land, create employment, help the farmer's family? There'll be an end to suicide. There'll be a sort of living, increase the standard of living of the most poorest of poor. But I don't think the opportunity is so much that I don't think the top 10 or top 20 alone can take care of the entire
They can't,
need.
they can't.
They can need
They
or the
cannot.
business opportunities.
At the end of the
that are-
day,
and opportunities that are being
Now,
created.
I want to
out there.
come in this.
प्रदीप जी, प्रोफेसर साहब, यहाँ पर जो प्रदीप जी कह रहे हैं, यहाँ पर ये कोई उद्योगपतियों का काम नहीं है. मैं
बिल्कुल.
फिर आपके सामने बात रख रहा हूँ. आखिर में ये काम अगर होगा और होगा ही, वो भारत की जनता खुद करेगी. कैसे करेगी? With माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस।
Absolutely right.
ये बढ़ेंगे,
MSME.
ये बढ़ेंगे, ये बढ़ेंगे, तभी हिंदुस्तान बढ़ेगा। आज
बिल्कुल।
भी आपकी आर्थिक व्यवस्था जो है उसमें 60 के 70% जो आपका जीडीपी है, इट इज नॉन गवर्नमेंट पार्ट ऑफ द जीडीपी।
Absolutely.
That is being contributed by the micro, small and medium enterprises.
That's it.
It is not going to be done by the top 31 industries of the country.
Absolutely.
जी, Professor
Now
साहब,
this is what I have been always pitching on your channel, and I am also, by the way, I should say, I am the president of the Alliance for Small and Medium Enterprises of India, a recently formed association to support this cause. I don't want only the CI and FICCI to rule the country. We want a change. We want this, I would say, proprietary partnership, small fellows to come up in this country. A man who sells stationery and a man in the village who just sells agricultural pump sets must come forward. Now, this is the economy that Modi has to support, not only the
Right,
31 fellows who are around
बिल्कुल दुरुस्त बात
him.
है।
The moment he supports, I tell you, there is no dot to growth in
और
this
सबसे
country.
बड़ी बात यहाँ पे ये है कि अरुण केजरीवाल जी के फोन लाइन पे आने के पहले हम लोग जो बात कर रहे थे वो ये कर रहे थे कि जिस प्रकार गूगल हो गई या माइक्रोसॉफ्ट हो गया या एप्पल हो गया, ये इतने बड़े बड़े बेहमौत जो हैं, इतनी बड़ी बड़ी फर्म्स जो हैं आज की तारीख में, जो आईटी फर्म्स हैं, दे ऑल स्टार्टेड इन अ गैराज। एक छोटे से गैराज में ये सब शुरू हुए थे
Absolutely.
और उसके बाद जाकर के आज की तारीख में कोई पता नहीं $200 बिलियन की कंपनी है, कोई $400 बिलियन की है, ना जाने कितनी बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी है आज की तारीख में। इज इट पॉसिबल टू इमेजिन एन एग्जिस्टेंस विदाउट गूगल? इट इज नॉट. You can't imagine a world without Google. Let's be very clear. Now, why can't India produce something like that? That can only be done if the government of the day actually gives you encouragement and says, all right, we are changing the banking laws. Now banks can actually loan out money or dole out finance or investment to the project, not to a
Absolutely.
security, not to a mortgage. Right?
Absolutely
Sir,
right.
आज के तारीख में we all want innovations. You have been talking about innovations. Industrialists talk about innovation. Entire nation is saying why India can't innovate. But
That's
as
right.
you said, where is the scope for innovation? You are killing the man. You are not allowing him to breathe. You are creating problems for the basic necessities of life. Talk about innovation. As you said, easy lending. Why can't we all complain why the state and the banking machinery can't make easy availability of finance, whether it is to
But
farmers.
easy credit जो है आज
Easy
की तारीख
credit.
में, there is nothing like easy
Easy
credit.
credit.
Absolutely.
आज फार्मर्स रो रहे हैं बिकॉज आपको जब भी फार्मर्स लीडर्स इस शो में आए आपसे बात करें, उनका कहना है कि देयर इज नो इजी अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ फाइनेंस, फार्मर्स आर नॉट गेटिंग इजीली अवेलेबिलिटी लोन, यू नीड टू स्ट्रक्चर इन सच अ वे दैट लॉन्ग टर्म इंटरेस्ट कम हो और लंबा years रहेगा repayment के लिए. All these things have been just talked and we are just talking it from years and decades.
Correct.
Why can't in every segment, right from the poorest of poor to the middle level entrepreneurs to the much more bigger entrepreneurs to the top industrialists, आज सिर्फ top industrialists को छोड़ के बाकी किसी को easy
कोई भी
availability
लोन
of
नहीं
finance
है.
है ही नहीं. There is no scope for innovation and you are complaining about innovation. As you say, make
It
in
won't
India,
happen.
make in India, and if the government succeeds in seeing that this entire system of easy availability of finance and making the banks
Gee.
lend, pushing the banks to lend, you are going to take the entire
At the
country,
moment, what is happening?
country
I'll
to
tell
a
you what.
different
I'll tell you,
scope.
I must reveal this because I was sitting with a group of industrialists just the other day, and what did they say? Listen, all that the banks are doing, you talk to all the top honchos of all the banks. What are the instructions which have come in from the finance ministry? There's only one instruction: get rid of all the NPAs. Get rid of all the NPAs. Get rid of all the bad loans. So what are they doing? All that they are doing is they are actually destroying the project concerned at the cost of the project. They are just collecting their money. They are just trying to balance their books. That's all that they're doing. Now, what is that money going to be doing sitting in the bank? अगर बैंक के अंदर इतना ज़्यादा पैसा है, if they don't lend it out, the economy will never grow. It's a very self-defeating design. I hope. Now, this is outside the scope of the budget. Let's be very clear. The finance minister can only hint at it. Finally, he will have to pass a law. A law will have to be passed. There will have to be some changes in the banking laws wherein banks should be able to invest in the project itself, where small scale, that is micro scale, small scale, medium scale enterprises should be able to get an easy line of credit without mortgaging themselves to the bank for the rest of their life. बिकॉज जो छोटा मीडियम स्केल एंटरप्रेन्योर है वो बेचारा अपने प्रोजेक्ट के ऊपर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करेगा या सिर्फ अपनी इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट के ऊपर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करे. प्रोफेसर साहब,
मैं बड़ा क्लियर हूँ उसमें. आप जो कह रहे हैं बिल्कुल सही है, क्योंकि एक बात आप याद रखिए कि जब तक इजी क्रेडिट अवेलेबिलिटी मिनी एंड माइक्रो फाइनेंस लेवल पे नहीं जाएगा तब तक आप अपनी इकोनॉमी को कभी खड़ा नहीं कर पाएंगे. यू विल नेवर बी एबल टू ब्रिंग इट बैक. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, नाउ आई विल ऑल्सो टेल यू अबाउट द R&D अगेन. BHEL, India's Maharatna company, the amount of money it spends in R&D is only 3.5% of its total turnover.
Gee.
That is pathetic when a top company in the country does this. Why do you expect a small guy to do it? And I tell
Yeah,
you,
why do you expect Zycom to do it?
Yeah,
When-
exactly.
When BHEL can't do it.
exactly.
Right.
So this question we must seriously ask. We want innovation. We are the largest producer of engineering manpower in the world.
Yes.
Not even China, I am telling you, my friend. It is civil engineers,
And
mechanical,
our
electrical.
engineers are innovating and inventing in the United States of America.
They all
They're
get
not
exported.
doing it over
They
here.
get exported. Manpower export.
Gee.
You know, I come from an NIT. I studied from the Regional Engineering College Kurukshetra, which are now called the National Institute of Technology.
Yes.
Every state has an NIT. And I tell you, they are better than the IITs in many cases. We are better engineers than them.
So what are we doing? We are
But-
just exporting slave labor.
Yeah,
It is
now
actually a new
yes,
form of slavery.
yes.
That's it.
It is body shopping. What
Yes.
happens? IIT body shops 80% of its engineers, and NIT's body shops 60% of its engineers. So what happens? Only a small lot which feels for India, like me, I didn't go out. I want to do something in this country. I stayed back. But then when you look back at the whole story, the story is about huge brain drain. And we
Right.
are saying it's reversing. I'm sorry.
It is not reversed.
It is not reversed because there is a tremendous fear about this Inspector Raj, about the corruption in this country.
So which is why we must say, we must appreciate the first thing that Arvind Kejriwal did. He said कि small और medium enterprises पे कोई raid नहीं होगा.
बिल्कुल
बिल्कुल नहीं होगा.
सबसे पहले
कोई
ये करना
inspector,
है.
सबसे पहला काम उसने किया.
Exactly.
On the very first day in government of the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, the very first thing that he did was
I agree with you.
कोई भी raid नहीं होगा.
यही step
No
है.
Inspector Raj. सबसे पहले आप प्रोड्यूस कीजिए, अपना टैक्स दीजिए.
Right.
अगर आप अपना टैक्स दे रहे हैं, मैं आपके साथ खड़ा हूं. कोई भी इंस्पेक्टर यहाँ पर आता है, आपसे अगर रिश्वत मांगता है, कुछ मांगता है, अगर आपको डराने की कोशिश करता है, ये मेरा नंबर है, सबसे पहले मुझे फोन कीजिए.
बिल्कुल सही है.
प्रदीप जी.
Sir, see the entire nation being bullish, the political leaders being bullish, the political leaders seeing that Modi may be able to deliver.
Gee.
You have Manish Tiwari telling and advising the new government, be careful of the 3 C's: the CBI, the CVC, and the CAG.
Yes.
The Congress couldn't control these 3 C's in their 10 years of regime, and they are trying to warn this new government.
Sir, let's be very clear. They could not control them because they were guilty as hell. Let's be very clear. all of them in the Congress party thought that they had inherited this, huge democracy
nation.
that we call
Yes.
India. They thought they were part of an imperial family and they would rule forever. Not gonna happen. Not anymore.
As you said, sir, the corruption the most important thing after infrastructure comes
The
corruption.
fourth C was corruption.
The
Corruption.
He forgot about
The
Manish
corruption.
Tiwari,
Absolutely.
forgot
That is the
about
most
Shah.
important.
Corruption.
Most
But
important
the other
C.
C, if everything succeeds, if the Make India campaign succeeds, if as you said, Grow in India campaign succeeds, easy availability of finance, what bothers me
Right.
is labor reforms and labor exploitation. Because here, when you have too much, you're talking about mass production. What comes after Make in India and Made in India or Grow in India, you have the next phase is coming, mass production of everything that you do. And mass production includes exploitation of labor. Are we thinking about labor reforms at all? Is labor reforms in the minds of any of these people? As you said, Kejriwal, you need to have such leaders also, to have
Like a
check and
correction
balance-
factor.
check and balance in the entire system.
You need a Kejriwal in every city and every
Every
state.
state, yes,
Very
definitely.
clear.
Well said.
Because
Well said.
you're going to develop
Well said.
capitalist tendencies. At some point of time, the entire nation, the way things are moving, the entire nation is bullish about something, and that's the greatest danger of capitalist tendencies. And that is a danger if labor reforms don't match. If you don't talk about protection of labor, you talk about mass
Now,
production,
you
you're
know what
talking
I
about
think,
exploitation of labor.
Pradeep ji, Professor Saab, you know what I think? I think Jaitley Saab is going to come out with a great budget tomorrow. I am reasonably certain we will succeed in this. I am reasonably certain that for the first year, the growth rate will be at around 9.5%. Whatever we have talked about today will actually come to pass. But the real challenge will be the year after that.
Exactly.
After we have achieved this, what then? Please remember, even during the time of Dr. Manmohan Singh, in the first UPA, we had achieved a growth rate of almost 9%.
Right.
India was growing at that time. What happened? In the second phase, this UPA part 2, they all thought that this would continue. It doesn't continue. You got to keep challenging yourself. You have to keep innovating. You have got to keep inventing, and you have got to keep thinking of newer and newer and newer and newer ways to see to it that the engine of the country does not break down. Now, how do you do that? How do you do that? You do that by challenging yourself first.
Yes.
That's what you need to do, which is exactly what Modi did after the debacle in Delhi. For the first time, we actually saw Narendra Modi being back to the Narendra Modi of before he became prime minister. For the first time, in a long time, in about 7 or 8 months, we saw Narendra Modi back to his old confident self. Professor Iyer.
See, I am very clear. I go back to what Narendra Modi ji always famously and very popularly says. He said it in US and said that is the 3D.
Right.
That is the democracy, he said. The second D, he said, is demographic dividend. And the third D was demand. And I exactly warned this government that the D, democracy, that is, you cannot muzzle any voice in democracy. So
And
you have
that
to
will
hear.
not happen either, but at the moment with
Wait,
us.
wait. Sir.
We've got Gopal Shetty. No, hang on. We've got Mr. Gopal Shetty with us. Gopal Shetty साहब नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
गोपाल शेट्टी साहब सबसे पहले तो मुबारक हो आपको.
Yeah.
आप अकेले थे मुंबई से और
Yeah.
हिंदुस्तान में सिर्फ 2 MP जिनका नाम लिया आदरणीय सुरेश प्रभु जी ने, जिन्होंने एक्चुअली कंट्रीब्यूशन करी रेलवे के लिए अपने MP डेवलपमेंट फंड से, उसके लिए आपको साधुवाद, आपका अभिनंदन. अब आप ये बताएं गोपाल शेट्टी साहब कि आज हम लोगों ने प्रधानमंत्री जी को सुना लोकसभा में और हम सब लोग बड़े उत्साहित थे और अभी यहाँ पर प्रशंसा हो रही थी एक बार नरेंद्र मोदी जी की दोबारा कि 6 के 7 महीने के बाद हमने दोबारा नरेंद्र मोदी को उसी रूप में देखा जिस रूप में हम लोगों ने नरेंद्र मोदी का समर्थन किया था और ये देखा था कि भाई ये एक शख्स है जो हिंदुस्तान को असल में उन ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचा सकता है जिसके बारे में हम सब लोग चाहते हैं. अब आप ये बताएं कि कल के बजट में आपके मुताबिक अरुण जेटली साहब को क्या क्या करना चाहिए. खैर अब अलबत्ता तो वो कर चुके होंगे, लेकिन आपकी खुद की क्या अपेक्षा है अरुण जेटली जी से कल? गोपाल जेटली साहब बताएं.
मेरी खुद की नहीं, पूरे देशवासियों की अपेक्षा है.
पहले अपने खुद की बता दें. पहले अपने खुद की. जी बताएं.
मैं यही बता रहा हूँ कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जो आज भाषण किया
जी,
उसी के मुताबिक कल बजट होगा, इतना मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ.
वंडरफुल जी, क्या बात है जनाब.
जी हाँ
जी, लेकिन उसमें आप क्या चाहेंगे अपने कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी के नॉर्थ बॉम्बे के, जो नॉर्थ मुंबई के जो आपके वोटर हैं, उनके लिए क्या होना चाहिए बजट में आपके मुताबिक, बताएं.
देखिए, नॉर्थ मुंबई की बात करें या तो पूरे मुंबई शहर की बात करेंगे हम.
जी,
मुंबई शहर में देखिए, केंद्र ने तो रेलवे के लिए जो करना था किया.
जी,
पहली बार नीति आयोग के माध्यम से
जी,
महाराष्ट्र राज्य को 20% पैसे ज्यादा मिलेंगे, 20%
जी,
स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को.
जी,
और ये पैसे से निश्चित आने वाले दिनों में देखेंगे आप,
जी,
जैसे हमारे महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री ने 2 दिन के पहले ही कहा था कि हमारा जो रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट है वो वाइप आउट हो जाएगा,
जी,
जिसकी कोई कल्पना ही नहीं कर सकते. 3 लाख से भी ज्यादा करोड़ के खर्चे
जी, दुरुस्त बात.
कर्जा था.
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल.
वो कम कैसे होगा इसकी चिंता सबको थी.
जी,
लेकिन आप देखेंगे आने वाले कुछ ही दिनों में, कुछ ही महीनों में
जी,
हम डेफिसिट से बाहर निकलेंगे. महाराष्ट्र प्रगति के पथ पर आगे दौड़ेगा.
जी, लेकिन
हमारा कंपटीशन है. देखिए, गुजरात भी हमारा है, महाराष्ट्र भी हमारा है.
जी,
लेकिन जब हम महाराष्ट्र में, तो हमारा प्रयत्न ये होना चाहिए कि हम गुजरात से भी आगे जाए.
दुरुस्त बात है, बिल्कुल.
देश के सारे राज्य जो है हमारी प्रेरणा ले, हमारे मार्ग पर चले.
लेकिन यहाँ पर गोपाल शेट्टी साहब, मैं आपको याद दिलाना चाहूंगा 1995 से लेकर 1999 तक जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी शिवसेना भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार थी, उस वक्त जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट हुआ, वैसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट उसके बाद महाराष्ट्र ने कभी देखा नहीं.
बिल्कुल.
मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि आपकी सरकार दोबारा है और सबसे बड़ी बात यहां पर यह है कि केंद्र में भी आपकी सरकार है, राज्य में भी आपकी सरकार है, क्या उसी किस्म का दोबारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट एक बार फिर हम लोगों को देखने को मिलेगा? गोपाल शेट्टी साहब बताएं.
मैं आपको प्रामाणिकता से बताना चाहता हूँ, आप लिख कर रखिए आज.
जी,
आप मुझे वापस कभी भी टटोलिए.
जी,
जो 95 से 99 में डेवलपमेंट हुआ,
जी,
वही डेवलपमेंट 2015 और 2020 के बीच में होगा महाराष्ट्र में.
क्या बात है जनाब.
हाँ, इसमें कोई किसी ने शंका करने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है.
क्या बात है.
उसका कारण है
जी,
कि महाराष्ट्र में एक तरुण तड़पदार नेतृत्व हमको मिला है.
जी,
यंग युवा,
जी,
जो नगर सेवक से मुख्यमंत्री पद तक का सफर जिन्होंने किया,
जी,
जो एक खुद एडवोकेट है,
जी,
जिन्होंने पूरा जीवन भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ में लड़ा,
जी,
जिनके पिताजी का एक पॉलिटिक्स में अपना एक अस्तित्व था.
जी, दुरुस्त बात.
आप ऐसा एक मुख्यमंत्री हमको मिला,
जी,
और वह उसको सपोर्ट करने वाले एक उम्दा प्रधानमंत्री देश को मिले हैं, जिनका डेवलपमेंट एंड डेवलपमेंट इज द विजन.
दैट्स राइट.
और साथ साथ में नितिन गडकरी जी जैसे व्यक्ति ने जो 95 से 99 तक महाराष्ट्र में डेवलपमेंट किया,
जी,
वो आज सेंटर में बैठे हैं.
जी,
और वो हमारे देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी के नागपुर के होने से वजह से उनका वरद हस्त उनको है, उनका मार्गदर्शन है, उनको पूरा सपोर्ट मिलेगा.
जी,
इसलिए मैं दावे के साथ कहता हूं कि 95 to 99 जितना डेवलपमेंट हुआ, उससे भी अधिक डेवलपमेंट
2015 एंड 2020 के बीच में आपको देखने के लिए मिलेगा मुंबई और महाराष्ट्र में।
क्या बात है जनाब, क्योंकि सबसे बड़ी बात यह है, एक बार फिर अपने दर्शकों को मैं याद दिला दूं, और जो हमारे दर्शक हमको इस वक्त दिल्ली में देख रहे हैं और अन्य जगह पर देख रहे हैं, सबके सामने मैं आपको ये बता दूं, इस वक्त हमारे साथ हैं गोपाल शेट्टी साहब, मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट इस वक्त हमारे साथ हैं, नॉर्थ मुंबई से मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट इस वक्त हमारे साथ हैं। मैं आपको बता दूं कि 1995 से लेकर 1999 में अगर सिर्फ मुंबई शहर का ही उदाहरण लें तो यहां पर 43 फ्लाईओवर बने, और 1999 से लेकर के 2015 तक की अगर हम लोग बात करें तो जो आपने 2 फ्लाईओवर का काम और चालू किया था, वो 2 फ्लाईओवर जाकर के कंप्लीट किए हैं, मतलब 15 साल पे जो आने वाली सरकार थी। मैं आपसे जानना चाह रहा हूं कि चलिए ये तो बात हुई, लेकिन दूसरी चीज जो थी, जो हाईवेज का काम था, बाकी जो कनेक्टिविटी का काम था, उसके ऊपर क्या ध्यान दिया जाएगा गोपाल शेट्टी साहब, ये बताएं।
जरूर ध्यान दिया जाएगा। मोदी साहब ने आज जो नया लैंड अमेंडमेंट बिल की जो बात उन्होंने आज कही
जी,
ये बिल के पास होने के बाद में आप देखेंगे देश, महाराष्ट्र में और पूरे देश में क्रांति की लहर दौड़ेगी
जी।
मैं आपको कहता हूं कि किसान भी सिक्योर हो जाएंगे
जी,
मध्यम वर्गीय परिवार के लोगों को नौकरी मिलेगा, व्यवसाय मिलेगा
जी,
और एक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का मायाजाल पूरे देश में बिछा हुआ दिखाई देगा।
क्या बात है जनाब।
बजाज साहब, मैं बहुत ही छोटे गरीब परिवार से आया हूँ।
जी
मेरे समझ में ये नहीं आता है
जी,
कि आज हर घर परिवार के लोग अपने बच्चों को पढ़ा लिखा कर ग्रेजुएट, डबल ग्रेजुएट बनाने के काम में लगे हुए।
जी
अगर देश में हम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं खड़ा करेंगे,
जी,
नौकरी के लिए इंडस्ट्री खड़ा नहीं करेंगे,
जी,
तो ये बच्चे जाएंगे कहां पर?
दुरुस्त बात है, बिल्कुल।
आज खेतीबाड़ी करने वाला भी खेतीबाड़ी करना नहीं चाहता है।
जी,
कारपेंटर का बेटा कारपेंटर नहीं बनना चाहता है, टेलर का बेटा टेलर नहीं बनना चाहता है।
बिल्कुल।
हर क्षेत्र में आप जाइए
जी,
तो इन सारे बच्चों को माँ बाप अपने पेट मारकर, अपनी सारी इच्छाओं को मारकर पढ़ाते हैं, लिखाते हैं आगे बढ़ाने के लिए।
जी,
और जब ये पढ़ लिख कर तैयार हो जाएंगे,
जी,
तब हम इनको अगर नौकरी नहीं देंगे, इनका चॉइस का काम नहीं देंगे,
जी,
तो देश का क्या होगा?
दुरुस्त बात।
फिर एक बार पढ़े लिखे नौजवान हमारे देश के बाहर जाएंगे काम करने के लिए।
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल।
मोदी साहब की इच्छा ये है कि हमारे देश के लोग तो देश में ही रहे, और बाहर से भी लोग आते हैं काम में, तो इतनी क्षमता इस देश में है देने का। साहब
जी,
मैं कोई टीका नहीं करना चाहूंगा, कांग्रेस के लोगों की भावनाओं को फिर एक बार झंझोड़ना नहीं चाहूंगा, दुखाना नहीं चाहूंगा,
जी,
लेकिन वास्तविकता को हम सबको स्वीकारना चाहिए।
जी,
मानव जीवन में हम पैदा हुए हैं, तो कुछ गलतियां हमारे से हुई है, तो प्रायश्चित भी हम नहीं करना चाहिए।
दुरुस्त बात।
मैं कांग्रेस के मित्रों से कहूंगा कि प्रायश्चित करें, और जो बैकलॉग इन्होंने खड़ा किया है, वो सारा बैकलॉग को भरने की जवाबदारी हमारी है। जनता ने हमको सत्ता दी है,
जी, आखिरी
हमारी
सवाल।
है, हम करके बताएंगे।
गोपाल शेट्टी साहब, आखिर में बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका हमसे बात करने के लिए, एक बार फिर आपका अभिनंदन, और
Thank you,
साथ
sir.
में कल बजट के बाद एक बार फिर आपसे बात करेंगे, ये
जरूर।
जानने के लिए कि अरुण जेटली साहब कहां तक खरे उतरे हम सबकी उम्मीदों पर।
जरूर
जी,
जरूर।
गोपाल शेट्टी साहब, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
Right. Now, one final word from each of you. Professor Iyer, you go first.
I was continuing. The second part was demographic dividend. Now, this young people, which is the 65% population below the age of 36, they expect a lot, and if their expectations are demolished, they'll be fickle-minded and they will go against you. And the third part is demand. Demand is within your own country, 1.25 billion people and 60 crores consumer. Remember, not 30 crores people are talking. 60 crores consumer are there. And this is the largest consumption market in the world.
Right.
And we not only India is looking at. So I feel the budget must look at all of this. The budget must consider this and not the, rightly said, not the 31 industrialists. It must consider the consumers and the markets. It must consider the small and medium enterprises.
Right.
And it must make a budget well-rounded with the farm sector in toto, in as a part and a major part of revival.
Right, Pradeep.
Sir,
one final word from you. Well,
sir-
now, before you go, the one thing which really struck me, what Narendra Modi said earlier, जो नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पहले कहा, आज कहा कि नहीं, क्योंकि मैं पूरा उनका भाषण सुन नहीं पाया, बिट्स एंड पीसेस में मैंने सुना, और वो काफी उत्साहित और काफी प्रेरित करने वाला था। जो नरेंद्र मोदी ने कहा कि भाई यहाँ पर हमें पढ़ा लिखा करके बच्चों को ये सक्षम करना है, इस चीज में सक्षम करना है कि वो नौकरी पा भी सके और नौकरी दे भी सके। सबसे बड़ी बात ये।
Absolutely.
जी, प्रदीप
Sir,
जी।
exactly. If you see the vital parameters of this nation, the economy is absolute. Even when we were not really growing from 2009 to 2014, end of 2013, we found
Not
that,
according to the present estimate.
No, yes, we were not growing at all. We were negative growth. Still, we were the third largest economy where
In
purchasing
the
power
world,
parity
right.
was concerned. The
Right.
third largest, and normal GDP we were 10th largest in the world. when the parameters were very vital, and nothing was there to spur growth. Nothing was done to say, no policies were made. Now we got the right thing. Everybody is bullish about it. Creation of employment, creation of business opportunities, and the skepticism within the people that only Ambani's, Adani's. But let me tell you, if the policies are in place, even 100 Ambani's
Right.
and Adani's would be falling short of meeting the demand that the entire nation is
Right,
going
that's
to.
it. That's it. That's all we've got for you in tonight's Inside Story with RKB. As far as we are concerned, we'll of course be back with you tomorrow. Jia, thank you, Professor Saab. Thank you,
Thank
Pradeep.
you,
Pradeep
thank
and I,
you.
of course, will be back over here tomorrow. Hopefully, Professor Iyer will also be with us. As far as we are concerned, we'll be back over here with you tomorrow at the same time. In the meantime, keep watching Lemon News. Bye-bye.
कम रन के साथ